do the audio too.
When it plays, I don't hear it.
I'm hearing it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Off Track Syndicate. Tonight we have a fun show, like we tried to bring. We have
It's going to be fun.
and we're gonna try.
Oh,
We have
okay.
Kinsey with us tonight again, home studio. We have Klops visiting us out of prison. We have Jen here, also out of prison.
Nice. I'm just sitting in my living room. Leave me alone.
It's one thing when you get out for good behavior. It's another thing whenever they just get tired of putting up with you and kick you out.
That would be me. They would, yeah. Just okay. You got to leave. Be like taxation stuff. Down with tyrannical governments.
That
like,
will really encourage them to kick you out of the building. I'm
We got to get him out of here. Rusty's not with us tonight. He's trying out a new career. He's preparing for a career in Carnival.
Yes. He
he
wants
was
to be the bearded woman. Is
Yep,
that it?
He was a pixie dust spreader on the
He's
Tilt-A-Whirl.
transitioning again? Man.
Yep, and he's trying to guess people's weight or barking for the yak woman. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Well,
Yeah, from what I heard, he was having the women sit on his face, and he was saying how much they weighed. So yeah,
I thought he was telling people how much they weighed by filling their boobs.
That would be something he would try to sell.
Yes.
You weigh approximately 235.
or I can tell,
I'm 180. Here's a keychain.
or I can tell you were born just by feeling your boobs. Okay, when was I born? Yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah, you were born yesterday, honey.
Yeah, but
So Diddy's been in the news lately. I don't know.
Oh Lord Almighty! Oh,
You know, it's funny. I don't know much about that, but I've had articles. Like I had an article pop up that said something about he got denied bail, but I really don't know all the charges or what's going on. But
He had lots of things pop up, and that's probably why he's.
was that a pun there? He had a lot of things pop up.
Well, apparently he's going to start making records with somebody else that is right along the same line.
Yes.
That would be, you might remember R. Kelly.
yeah. The rumor is that they're going to move. They're going to move R. Kelly to the same jail that P. Diddy's in. They're going to rig up a studio, and they're going to do a collaboration and call themselves the P. Diddlers.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Mr. Mom said in the chat.
There's our sound effects.
Oh my goodness.
There's someone somewhere.
There we go. All right. But apparently what's going on, I guess kind of the Cliff Notes version about what's going on, is being charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitutions. Apparently the feds, the word is that the feds have found over 1,000, not one, not 10, 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
And how many dildos?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 700 plus.
Are you kidding me?
Probably various shapes and sizes. Probably from the biggest pinky to
Well, listen.
We don't.
Hold on.
My arm.
You
Hold
seem
on.
to be quite knowledgeable in this stuff, Fair Clop.
defense for P. Diddy, you know, maybe he just likes to keep his skin super smooth and lickety slidey. It's possible that's what all that baby oil's for.
Right.
What about everything
No.
else besides
Cop's
that?
not going for it. Yeah, about the dildos, maybe it's just
colon
art.
cleanse,
some kind of art about colon cleanse. There you go, little
impact resistance.
colonoscopy action happening. I don't know. Clop, that's crazy.
And
That's
social
crazy.
media is blown up on it. Like, and then there was also gun stuff too. But like a bunch of people that are on video with him and like it's seen at parties and stuff with him are all wiping their social media accounts. Pink
Freak
did,
off.
Usher did, yeah, like wiped everything. And you see like video of Pink like kissing what's that kid's name? Shit, I can't think of his name now. But
Bieber?
That's not it though.
Bieber, that's it.
Bieber. Oh
Bieber,
yeah.
like kissing Bieber's neck, and there's another woman when he was like 15.
Our
Um,
beaver or another
is that-
beaver?
Bieber, Justin Bieber.
Oh, beaver. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were like beaver. Our beaver. I think she'd.
Actually, I think I got to play ombudsman here for a second. I don't think that was Pink. I think that was actually Jenny McCarthy that was kissing him on the neck and stuff like that. But I believe I had to fact check that. Should I look that up?
Well, and she wiped her social media account, like deleted everything. Usher too. There's been a couple other people, and like Usher's like he's coming out going, I went to parties with him, but I had never seen nothing. Nope.
There you go.
I didn't see anything.
Not only that, but you have Cat Williams out there. I mean, Cat Williams, he's been taking a lot of heat lately. But apparently, Cat Williams was going on about how he was offered $50 million by Mr. Combs to have his way with him without a Jimmy hat, apparently. So,
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
and TikTok groupie saying the dildos are one at a time. That's why there's so many. Yeah.
They no
That
double
answer.
dipping.
That's and I heard something about wait, I heard something else in that article. The one article I read, and it was just brief. Something about what do they call them? Freak
Freak-offs.
Freak offs. Yeah, it wasn't freak show.
Right.
What's a freak off, Club?
Well,
Famous downtown.
yeah, 20 yeah, or $50 million if you're Cat Williams and decide don't want to take it. But no, apparently these were the Diddy parties where clothing optional at the very least, and probably all the Johnson baby oil and the lube and stuff like that.
And
They were doing the oil wrestling.
Oh.
Anything like a
that
foam party?
What?
Anything like a foam party?
Doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yep, I got nothing on that one. And let's say hi to a few people. We got Mr. Mom, got Jeff Castle.
Timothy Ratliff.
Yep, Timothy. He was in here
Jennifer
first,
May,
usually.
Wombat Mommy, of course.
TikTok groupie. Boop.
Diane.
Erica, she came to support.
Paige Rockwell.
Oh, and that
Mr.
Wombat
Mom.
Mommy. Wombat Mommy's in here too.
Yes. Yeah.
There's that Jen Clifton chick, whoever she is. She's in the chat.
She's some, I don't know. Stephen
Uh,
Scone. Hey, cheers, Stephen.
Paige
Jen is
Rockwell.
actually kind of cool, okay? She's all right.
She paid you to say that, didn't she?
She did.
Roger Wabbit's in here.
Oh, yeah. Well,
J
there's some
May.
John Kloppenborg. Who is that?
So you had something else, Klops, about something exploding. Was that tied to Diddy somehow, or is that?
Very unlikely, but also the other news apparently going on is that over the last week, apparently Hezbollah militants who apparently still stuck in the 90s. Apparently having their pagers go boom. Apparently, people were blowing up their
People are
pagers.
still using pagers.
They're still using pagers, and somebody besides their friend's mother was blowing up their beepers, literally causing death and damage.
I didn't even know they still had the.
So they switched from
I
cell
didn't know
phones.
they still had the radio waves or whatever.
Yep, they switched from cell phones and went to pagers. Yep, and then they were getting the pagers, and then they switched from pagers and went to walkie-talkies, and they were getting them too. So I think Hezbollah is reduced to Etch-a-Sketches right now.
Did you hear any of the backstory on that? Strangely, a little bit beforehand, there was enough complaints and everything by some of the higher ups in Israel and such, especially complaining to the UN and other people about how some of the surrounding other Middle Eastern people that they're having problems with, with the whole fighting back and forth and everything. They were complaining about certain, I guess you could say sex crimes or something to anyone that was captured or anything like that along the way. So after this was a complaint that virtually nobody reacted to, is you're talking about just a couple of weeks afterwards that all of these other pagers had magically shown up into other locations, and apparently you can put in just enough explosive inside of a pager to where it blows up just in a small radius area somewhere. So if it happens to be in somebody's pocket, it might get something that'll take care of the problems that they were complaining about to begin with.
By the way, Off Track Syndicate, if the FBI is watching, Mr. Kinsey does not necessarily reflect the views of Off Track Syndicate or any of its board. Particularly doesn't have anything to do with me, so I'm out. See ya.
That right there is smooth thinking. That's what you call tactical assault.
It's a very limited, very quantifiable area. It was brilliant. Very few innocents were.
I think there was 8 or 9 dead out of the whole thing, and thousands injured.
Yeah, I think it was like 4,000 people were injured. Yeah.
And if any Hezbollah women somehow managed to get any of Diddy's dildos, look over them thoroughly.
Yes, they should be terrified of. They should be terrified of anything electronic.
Should it be buzzing? Yeah.
As long as the batteries aren't dead.
It's probably going to find the spot anyway.
Yeah.
Jeff said they went balls deep to get the bad guys.
That's Circumcision, brought to you by Motorola.
Okay, and sticking with politics, which we kind of shy away from, porn traffic actually plummeted during the presidential debate.
What?
So they went from to diddle or to debate, and traffic on Pornhub plummeted as former President Donald Trump faced off with Vice President Kamala Harris during the first and possibly only presidential debate. So shut down.
Sorry, Pornhub. I was a little bit interested in something else for a few minutes. Hopefully,
I first of all, I don't watch porn, but I would watch that over the debate. Secondly, I also think that Rusty going to the carnival has something to do with that, because he does not have internet access, in his tryouts. So that definitely took a hit on Pornhub. We all know that. Come on now. We all know.
Any time Rusty goes somewhere and goes even halfway off grid, I'm sure Pornhub notices right away.
Oh my gosh, you know what I just put together too?
What?
Rusty disappeared the same time the Diddy stuff came out. Oh no.
What does Fitty have on Rusty?
Mind blowing.
Hopefully no body parts.
And he's been silent on social media. So, I mean, that's how rumors get started. But
Just saying.
so streaming on Pornhub was down 14.8% on average across the country during the debate, dipping in each of the 50 states. Some battleground states, however, saw even more dramatic drops.
That's
Dropped 22.6% in Wisconsin, 18% in Pennsylvania.
actually hilarious. That they're even running parallels with these two. I mean, are you
Right.
serious?
Right.
Can't be because
They
oh my
went from-
god.
They went from watching the stepmom, what are you doing, to watching a 3-on-1.
Right.
Good grief. This is just
That's the joke go over everybody's head. Watching
it's really
3-on-1
quite
gangbang.
sad.
Yep. Well,
Fire
Well,
my
the
joke
former-
right.
well, the former vice president tells us how she's going to fuck the country.
Oh, you think that would happen?
Tonight, I officially get canceled.
Timmy the pilot said it rose 300% here in his neighborhood.
Yeah. And he was 200 of those percent.
If anything is rising 300% for Timmy the pilot, it means Viagra's working.
Right? And so is the ball sling, apparently. Timmy, I'm sorry I wasn't supposed to say that on air. My bad.
I'm sure more people already know than wish they did. So
Heard a nasty rumor that Timmy the pilot was actually in the testing group for Viagra, and apparently they gave him too strong a dose. They showed him a naked woman, and he kicked the doctor in the jaw.
well, no. He already knows he won't take Viagra because it ended up getting caught in his throat one time, and he had a stiff neck for a whole week.
Oh my God.
Kathy in the Berg. Knee pads does America.
I had an uncle that died of a Viagra overdose, and nobody took it harder than my aunt.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh, you did.
Took about 2 weeks before they could shut the coffin.
They should have called the doctor after 4 hours. What happened?
Why call the doctor? I mean, if you just turn your hospital gown backwards. I mean,
Yeah, or flip them upside down in the coffin and just drill a hole in the ground. Just kind of pound it in. Give them one last pounding.
Check this out, ladies. I can carry a dozen donuts with no hands.
God. Did any of the women want to come join me on this program? It'd be great. The link is. Well, I will email you the link. Please feel free to come on in.
She's feeling like Trump at the debate right now.
I didn't watch the debate, so I don't know how Trump felt, but
So in other news, this is your neck of the woods, Jen. California man accidentally pays neighbor's power bill for years. California man discovered he's been mistakenly paying his neighbor's power bill for up to 18 years. He lived in the same apartment since 2006, and he recently noticed his gas bill was going up. So he took the steps in his house to reduce the energy costs. He reached out, thought there was a leak or someone was stealing his electricity. The employee came out to examine his meter and discovered the company's been charging him for the unit next door instead of his own apartment.
so was the next door neighbor paying his bill?
It doesn't say. It just says that the electric company said, we acknowledge our error occurred in this instance and we are fully committed to rectifying the situation. So I don't know how you backtrack somebody's electricity usage.
Well, I mean, he has a meter for his own apartment. They just take that and then take out. But I mean, I'm wondering about the neighbor just sitting here going, wow, I've never gotten electricity. Electricity must be included in the rent. This is great. I'm staying here forever.
Right?
Sorry, kids.
I mean, that depends on how they're doing things, you know. I mean, if they're reading the meters correctly, I mean, did it give any details on if this was like a guy in an individual house or if it was like part of a condo or
it was an apartment? So yeah,
that right there might have been a big portion of it right there. The guy that was taking the meter readings down was probably reading the wrong one all the damn time. Going through the checklist. Oh, here we go.
I mean, Kinsey, for 18 years, I don't think they had the same meter reader. So I think they just connected his address with the wrong meter. Because I can't see a meter reader going, yep, I've been a meter reader for 18 years and I'm proud. I mean, you should be proud, but I think you'd want to move up in the world. You know, maybe become the meter reader supervisor.
Right. Right.
Just saying.
Yeah, maybe they're just happy with the, no, I'm the meter guy. And
maybe
that's my
just
goal.
A jamming job.
I love, yeah. Well, I have people in my company that I don't know why they get paid for what they do. So, I mean, yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Well, meter reading is very important, but I'm not putting down the job. I'm just saying I can't imagine somebody doing that for, I mean, at least 18 years, but I suppose they could.
Right.
They really dug it. I mean, no.
Timmy's counting on us. Timmy's counting on us to put him to sleep tonight.
Yep. I don't have a lot of confidence in other people reading the meters and stuff, especially if they're still, I mean, if they're digital, then yeah, it's going to be easy to read. If they're not digital, I mean, back in the day, a meter reader came out and was reading our gas meter, and it went from our bill being like less than $100 a month or however much it was every month, and then all of a sudden they're charging us $600-700 for 1 month. And
Jesus.
Exactly. And it turns out I think I figured out what it was because I went out and the meter, they read the wrong one and it was close to the number, but not to it yet. They read it as the higher number on the higher digits because on that gas meter, you had a dial on each digit.
Right.
So once we got past that multi-$100 bill, we didn't have to pay jack squat for like 6 months.
Right. Good. It's good that you noticed it and fought it and everything.
Yeah, but no, you can use that much gas and everything. We read the meter and it. No.
Oh.
That's what they sounded like? Wow.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'd be concerned.
Hey, listen. Through our conversation, I just want you guys to know I'm just randomly going to call out an audience member's name and ask you for something. So randomly, I'm going to say, Timothy Ratliff, could you give me a verb ending in ing, please? Timothy Ratliff, a verb ending in ing. Go ahead with your conversation. Just type it in the chat, Timothy. They are Timothy Ratliff was saying most meters are read remotely now. I think they are. I know that they changed out several years ago. They changed out all the electric to the electric meters to digital. I don't know that they've done that everywhere, though. It's possible.
I know we're not here, but I mean, we're cow country. So, I mean, ours is on an abacus.
Well, I mean, that's the most modern technology that most of them Amish people tend to use over in your area.
Right. It's Mennonite, though, mister.
How many Mennonite?
That's why the Mennonite women are so happy.
Yeah. They like at least 2 Mennonite.
Paige, type in a type of liquid, some type of liquid.
What in the world is she doing here?
Right.
So, what other stories you got? I know you guys had a whole bunch of them, so I'm looking forward to it because I'm looking forward to hearing them all.
Well,
Yeah.
Clough reminded me of a story talking about all them dildos earlier.
Oh, and actually, hold on. Go ahead and tell your story. I think I found something here, but go ahead.
Has anyone ever heard of a butt baby?
Oh God. Yeah, I heard of a typical one, but if it's what I think you're going, yeah.
I thought this was proven as false. I hope to God it's proven as false.
No, it was not what it was not as advertised initially.
Wombat Mummy. Kinsey, no!
A butt baby. It started out as being a novelty toy for insertion. They do actually exist. The manufacturer makes them anywhere from about 7 inches or 6 inches to, or no. Yeah, 7 inches to 11 inches. So it's actually long. You can get one long enough to just about be a baby.
Mm-mm.
And it was originally for insertion. That was for people just playing around with stupid stuff that was mentally disturbing enough on its own. And then a couple of other people did carry forth the idea on having it put in someone so that someone that was transitioning to a female can actually go through a simulated experience for giving birth.
I don't think that's the same thing. I mean,
I don't think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
that's not even a close but no cigar thing. You know, you give cigars when babies are born. Yeah, you're not getting a cigar for that one.
Jeff Castle, type of food, please. Keep going. This
I mean,
just
talking-
sounds wrong in many, many ways.
I mean, talking about referring to your kids as little shits.
And now you know how Gavin Newsom's mother felt all those years ago. Oh, did I go there too?
So was that where you think I was going at with the item there, Clock? Because you did have a
Yeah.
look of surprise on your face.
Yeah, this was something I did hear of some time ago. Apparently,
Wait, you did what?
this was something I heard about some time ago. Apparently, people were using it as a means to try to simulate childbirth.
It wasn't made for that, but a couple of people apparently felt the need to adopt it for that. So, yeah.
Wombat Mommy, I need an adjective.
So just because it might not be what it was starting out, a bad idea proven false, doesn't mean no one else is going to take it and run with it.
Good night, Timmy.
Okay.
Timmy.
I'll tell you what. Let's make like Jen Psaki. Let's circle back here for just a second. Let's see where was
Back
it?
to
Okay.
dildos?
Back. Let's see. 1 second here. See if this works. Where am I at? Which one? Okay. Hopefully. Nope. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? Son of a bitch.
It was right over there. Right over there. Quick,
What?
quick,
No,
click it right there.
Hold on. Is that? Oh, this one. There it is. Okay. Hopefully everybody can see it. Let me check the. That's apparently how many dildos were seized from Diddy's home.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
784. That's a lot of dillage. That's a lot of dillage. Good God.
And
Billy.
Mr. Mom, I need a noun.
And apparently there was also some footage leaked from the prison.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Yeah, apparently
Already?
there was some
Inside information.
inside literally.
Inside who?
You'll see.
Oh boy.
Wow. There you go.
Old Shug there. Yeah.
Oh my God. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Kathy and the Berg, I need an adverb. Oh my God. I don't even. Mm-mm.
Now you got me thinking of Schoolhouse Rock. Do you need a conjunction? You need a conjunction? I can get you a conjunction.
Conjunction, junction.
What's your
That's what's your function.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I gotta think about that.
And also apparently P. Diddy was working on a project before his arrest. Apparently that's going to be due to come out here before too long. Apparently they're going to be doing a reboot, basically.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Directed by Dan Schneider. There, that's somewhat apropos there. So.
That he didn't kill himself. Yep.
Good Lord.
That is disturbing.
Still living in the woods. I need a noun. Please just put a noun in the chat in case you didn't. Just a noun.
So, Clock, how old were you when you first learned how to drive?
When I first learned how to drive, 14.
Yep. Same with me.
Yeah, for me, it was around like 12 or 13 on the farm, wasn't on the highway or nothing.
Oh, before that, I'd been driving since I was a little kid. When we'd go camping, we'd sit on my dad's lap and drive the car.
No, I mean unassisted pedals and steering wheel and everything.
Yep, 14.
Well, somebody has there's this little girl in Ohio that's got all of us beat. 8 years old.
Oh.
She wanted to go shopping. Them feminine genes were strong in her. She wanted to shop, buddy. She had $400 burning a hole in her pocket, and she wanted to go spend it. At 8
What
years
8-year-old
old.
has $400?
But
I don't even have $400.
the same kind of 8-year-old that gets into a Nissan Rogue and drives on the road and goes to Target all alone.
She wanted that damn American Girl doll, and damned if somebody is going to freaking stop her.
Yep. Let's see here. This was, where was that at?
Those
This
American
was
Girl
in
dolls.
Ohio. I don't have the city on here. Oh, Bedford, located over in by the Bedford police. They found her. She was reported missing, and so the cops started investigating, and her and the vehicle were both reported missing. And the neighbor's Ring doorbell camera actually caught footage of her going out of her house and going into the car and leaving. And of course, it looks like that there is dash cam video. I don't know if this is dash cam video of the trip or not. Hold on here. Yeah, the dash cam for the SUV caught the whole trip. So it actually shows her drive from where she was at over to the Target.
She also stopped at Starbucks, Erica said.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she stopped at Starbucks or if she or if it was inside the Target or what.
In
But
the
yeah,
Target.
because whenever the police found her, she had her frappuccino. So the police didn't want to take her before she finished her frappuccino.
And $5 says she was bumping Taylor Swift on the sound system.
I'm glad you finished that sentence. I was just hearing bumper Taylor Swift. Good God.
And
Yeah.
yes, Timothy, thank you. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Clock, can
Yep.
you give me a noun, just any noun, please?
This
Any
happened.
noun.
This happened right at a week ago. This was, as a matter of fact, she left out shortly before 9 a.m. How early does Target open?
They used to open early, but I think they open at 10 now. It might be earlier than that, maybe 8.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
definitely know
8.
they're open at 10. Yeah, they changed it. You know, COVID changed some hours. They started opening later, and then it came. I don't know.
So on the dash cam video, how'd she do? Was she stopping at stoplights and
She
merging correctly?
Apparently, she done pretty good. The worst part about the whole thing, she did hit one mailbox. Made the trip, only killed one mailbox, and everything else was apparently pretty good. It must not have took too long to get the hang of it. But yeah, I mean, pull up the story and watch the dash cam videos. Yeah, she does pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Clock, did you come up with a noun? Otherwise, somebody put a noun in the thing.
Somebody put, yeah.
He's fresh out of nouns.
My brain's fried from all the all the horrible one-liners I'm pulling out today. So
A noun is a person, place, or thing.
Erica, adjective.
Or-
please, Erica.
Or idea.
I'm going to be right back. I need water. I'll be right back.
You got to remember person, place, thing, or idea.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can. A noun can be an idea.
Communism.
That would be a very, very not so good idea. That'd be a bad idea.
Awesome.
Okay.
We'll go with what Anthony said, something about dildo. Okay, well, there we go.
Wow.
For this crowd, sure. Let's just go. Yeah.
He's not
In
too
this
far
way,
from
it's-
here.
it's-
I am going to have to
we've
now
got
lock the
already.
door for the at-home studio that I'm working at, because if he's got one, I don't want to,
It could be a Diddy keepsake, for
Did
posterity.
you get that for a noun? Somebody said dildo, SoCal.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yellowstone dildo, since Yellowstone's coming out with just about everything these days. So it's the actual size. Yeah.
So there's a new species of horror wasp. Horror, like scary, not like a hussy. Discovered in the U.S. We didn't think it was real, scientists admit. A bee in your bonnet has nothing on a wasp in your belly. Mississippi scientists have discovered a new species of wasp that lays eggs in living flies so that the babies burst out of their bellies.
Oh my God.
The females of this interspecies infiltrator, I'm not trying to pronounce that one, reproduce by driving their hypodermic ovipositor, nailed it, a stinger
Yes.
in stinging wasp into a fruit fly's abdomen and deposit the eggs. The embryo then hatches into tiny spiky-tailed larvae, which develop inside the still living fly for 18 days before bursting out of the side of its abdomen.
Well,
Just
so are we supposed to see flies like they're just going to start combusting in the air? Like literally the shot's popping?
I don't know. Maybe they lay down with stomach aches, take some Pepto. They're like, wow, this doesn't feel right. Or it's like Alien, where it just punches out. To add an additional layer of horror, the fly will normally remain alive for several hours after that. Oh, I guess that answers that question.
There you go.
The wasp's grisly manner of reproduction has earned its comparisons to Alien.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
No. Timothy Ratliff can have an adverb. That's crazy. That's sounds really bad.
That is not fun.
No.
Worse than murder hornets.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That would be for the birthing, but I mean, are they as violent as murder hornets? Or, I mean,
They are if you're a fly.
if you're a fly, yeah. But I mean, everything with the stinger is not necessarily, got violent tendencies to it. Although you'd think otherwise. I mean,
Yeah,
honeybees normally try to avoid it. Dirt daubers and stuff, they're basically a very mild manner wasp of sorts, and you can't get them to sting you for anything. But I mean, they feed off of spiders all over the place and clean them out, and they got a stinger to kill them with. They just don't sting us.
It's dinner time, everybody. Y'all feeling it?
So nobody had xenomorph wasps on their 2024 bingo calendar.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I'm like way later than you, so it's way after dinner for me. Sorry. Bon appetit. People, bon appetit.
Anthony, I need a plural noun, please. Anthony, plural noun, please.
He already gave you a noun earlier. Do you need to just take the same one and make it plural, or
No.
no? Okay.
Nope.
Mr. Anthony Calorio. I guess we need something that's
Plural
got more than
noun.
just singular.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna pick on
How much more stuff you got left there, SoCal?
just a couple more. This is a little longer than the next one. The next one's a little smaller. So
Does it belong to Rusty?
No.
No.
Not that small.
See, Michael Ray's in here. Michael Ray can give me a plural noun as well. Or is that the okay? Oh gosh, that's a plural noun, Anthony.
That's not
Kamala Harris.
Kamala's Harris. I don't know.
Looks like I just looks like I was just showing a picture of what happened before all the pagers started blowing up the other day.
I mean, one Kamala is Kamala. If you have more than one Kamala, they're called Camellia, right?
I don't know about that. Speaking of bugs, there's something you were sharing with me, Kinsey. Is that something you can share?
That would be something I should be able to pull up here and share. Are you a fan of Mormons?
I am.
You am a fan of Mormons?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would bring up the only reason I'm bringing up Mormons is because these aren't really Mormons. Mormon is in the name, and I don't like talking derogatory necessarily about Mormons, but their name has been carried over due to the location of these suckers, because this is in the great city what was the city? Was it Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake, yeah.
Yeah, over in Utah, which is why they got the whole name about them. Hold on. I gotta make sure that
a little town called Elko, Nevada is current.
Rewind. I want to make sure that I got everything up here so that I can share the video along with it, because I am just not used to this stuff yet.
Okay, real quick before you do that, I'm gonna have Kathy and the Berg give me a part of the body. Kathy and the Berg. I need a part of the body.
Do you take suggestions here?
Thank you for picking her. And not Klopp.
There you go. All right, let's go ahead and share this, and we'll go ahead and I guess we can stop here in every little bit
Check
if we
this
want.
out. A little town called Elko, Nevada is currently infested with Mormon crickets. And I mean infested. No, sir. Set everything on fire and burn it down. These crickets are bigger than your average cricket. Getting up.
Yep, these things get huge, and see that
Nope.
loving face right there. That imagine one of them things 3 inches. Never mind one of them things 3 inches long. Imagine enough of them things 3 inches long. You have
3 inches
problems
long.
seeing
They
your
come to
ground.
feed on the local vegetation, but they also feed on each other. Because of this, you can't even call an exterminator. It will actually draw in more crickets to.
Look at how many of them suckers there are. Where'd everybody go?
No, that's pretty gross, man.
Yeah, there's a
feed
bunch
on
of
the
them.
exterminated ones. So there's really nothing to do other than wait it out.
Oh, hell no!
Another weird thing is when you step on them or run them over, they make a popping sound.
Listen
like
to this.
popcorn. Check it out.
Oh, that's so gross.
Do they taste good with extra butter?
It sounds
You realize if I was in that area, I would probably spend all day running back and forth on the sidewalk. I would get so much exercise, it would be
Oh, my
freaking
God.
ridiculous.
We found Kenzie's bubble wrap.
You're dancing around like you're friggin' Gene Shredder, Gene
you step
for
on
Fred
them,
Astaire. or
run
something.
them over. Apparently, it smells like dead fish. I couldn't
That-
even imagine. I
That
would
right
leave
there
that
is the
house.
worst part. Did you hear what he said?
Yes, dead
Yeah.
fish. That sounds nasty and smells good.
Oh gosh. All over town. I mean, that would be it would be almost like you're stuck. It's like what? I mean, all you can eat day at the local brothels.
Oh,
Blind guy walking around. Hello, ladies.
I think that's pretty much it on this.
Oh my gosh.
so I grew up in Florida, and we would camp at Oscar Shear State Park, and then we would also sometimes camp at Mayaca State Park. Mayaca State Park, we'd rent they had cabins, like old-fashioned log cabins. And one night, my dad's like, "Hey, why don't we take the car out and go look at the stars and stuff like that?" Because there were a ton of stars out there, And it's the mid 1980s, and we're sitting on the hood of my dad's Woody station wagon, my little brother and I, and he's driving the car, but we have the lights off so that we can see the stars and try to see if we can see any night light and stuff like that. And all she kept hearing was like pop, 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 pop. And from the moonlight, it looked like the road was like moving and sparkly, like it was really weird. So we told my dad that, and he turned the headlights on, and it was all little toads hopping across the road, like away from the marshes to get to wherever they were going. But there was millions of them. So my brother and I, our legs were like covered with popped frog guts from him running them over. But that's what it sounded like, just pop, 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 pop.
Jeff Castle, can I get an adjective from you? And Erica, can I get a plural noun?
A few years back, the weather was not all that great around Cape Girardeau area and around the Mississippi over there. Okay, around Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and the water level kept going up and up and up and was flooding out the roads that was over there in that area, the low-lying roads, bad. And I mean, Farrell Sig and I were going back and forth along that route on a daily basis, and we got to see the progression of it working its way up. We ended up getting detoured a couple of times, but it went back down, and here we are. We were driving across it a couple of spots where the water was going across the highway, got up to like 3 inches deep or so before they actually routed us around another way to miss it a couple of times. But before everything settled down, something hit perfect in the time of the year it was. And as things were going back down, you have never seen so many freaking crawfish out all over the place. Just like you were talking about all of the frogs being out on the road and popping, these things, if you was to in the bottom area getting close to the river, if you were to stop and get out of your vehicle, you would have problems trying to walk around without stepping on one of these crawfish, these freshwater shrimp. If anyone wanted to get a bunch of them, you could just sweep them up and put them in a 5-gallon bucket and make a killing if you wanted to take a trip somewhere else. And it was so bad. The road where they were killed at discolored the pavement for where everyone run over top of them, and they was dark splotches that wasn't originally there on the pavement for months afterwards.
Right. Oh, I bet.
And it was really kind of the funniest thing too, driving an 18-wheeler up on there, because before you get up to them things think, oh, I'm going to stand my ground. So here you are in a 40-ton big rig, and you pull up, and all of these crawfish that are right there in front of you just turn around, hold their pinchers up, and they're like, come at me, bro. I got this. Come at me. I'm going to get...
Bring it. Well, good for them. At least
Wombat Mommy, I need an exclamation. Sorry, whoever I interrupted, I apologize. Wombat Mommy, exclamation. So something that you would yell, just a word that you would yell. One word. Sorry, go ahead.
And when we didn't have to worry about the crawfish, we had to worry about the turtles. We smushed a couple. We smushed more than our fair share of turtles unintentionally, going back and forth on that road. And there is such a thing as an alligator snapping turtle that's different than a regular snapping turtle. And these things get freaking huge. Before I saw it move, I actually thought that somebody had a big thing of wood in the back of their truck that must have fell out, and big clump of wood that just sitting out there in the road, and like they were going to take home and split along with the rest of their firewood. No, it wasn't a hunk of wood. It was a freaking turtle.
That's crazy.
And it was probably about, I'm thinking about that tall from its plate to the top of its shell. It could probably bite off and swallow my fist, I would almost imagine.
That's crazy. We get turtles up here, but they're not really, none of them get really big. I mean, they get pretty good size, but I don't think I've ever seen one that big here. It was funny. One day I was driving back roads in the middle of God's country in my work van going from one place to another, and there was this good sized turtle in the middle of the road. So I pulled over because I want to try to help it across the road because it's big, it's lumbering slow, and it's like that's a very fast road there. But I also didn't want to get bit by this huge turtle. So I have a long crowbar that I carry in my van. So I grabbed the crowbar and I went out and was like pushing it with the crowbar, and it was like trying to get me with trying to get me. And I finally got it across the road, and I'm walking back to my van, and there's a dude sitting on his front porch just watching to see if I was going to take the crowbar to the turtle or something like that. And he like waved afterwards. He's like, "What's this boy doing with that crowbar? Why is he attacking a turtle?" But
a crowbar or something else, some other blunt object, a lot of people would use baseball bats because you go ahead and you get, especially the actual snapping turtles. A lot of people would go ahead and get a bunch of them and, steam them clean and everything and actually make turtle soup.
Yep.
And
Oh.
what you do is you get something like the baseball bat, and if you hit them right in the face just right, it actually puts the bone up into their brain and kills them, and it makes it easier to clean them at that point.
Okay, 1 moment.
What in the world? What am I listening to?
That's why I muted myself. Sorry. Bob just got home, and that's our garage door. It's very loud. Anyway,
You know,
I got-
40 on that sucker.
no, you know what? It's actually wonderful, and I'm also getting very bleached out right now because the sun's blazing on my face. But what was I gonna say? Darn it! I completely forgot.
Darn it to heck.
But we've got all the words I need for this one, and we're gonna do this again. One, the next one is gonna be shorter, and then Kirk will read it because I will. I'm gonna read this one because there was several words in here. Hang on 1 second.
There's somebody behind you.
Okay, so anyhow.
That'll shut her up. Oh, she unmuted.
Oh, so funny. So unless you guys are in the middle of this story, we could do this. And what time is it? Oh,
No,
We
yeah,
got-
just
a good
enough time
for
before
it.
the war horse. Yep.
okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna come up with a fun name for this. I don't know. Chat can definitely put in your 2 cents if you want, but I was kind of thinking going mad with off track or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. So I took all your words and I put it in. We put it into a story, like a Mad Lib story. It's called An Awkward Encounter. So you guys should hear your words throughout here. So here we go. After reading shotguns at the range, drinking gasoline by the pool, and a big roast dinner, this is turning out to be a hairy night. Sounds like it. I'm at some bar called the Bike Lounge, and I am sideways smashed right now. We have dildo service.
You gotta oil that
That's a
dildo.
little squeaky.
The sound effects is just apropos there for some reason.
Okay, anyway, as I was saying,
Perfect.
we have dildo service in a slippery VIP area, but there are no girls here. Well, I'm the groom, so I think I'll go rub some up. I can't slowly see anything with all the flashing Kamala Harrises in this club, but I think there's a group of hoes in that corner. There's a brunette over there. I can't see her face, but boy, does she have a great hiney. I'll ask her if she and her friends want to join us for a round of crispy crickets. Excuse me, but we have what kind booze and no one to share it with. Want to join us? I say. She turns around and smiles at me. Yes, Kenzie. We'd love to join
thanks.
you, she says. Drat, I must be the only groom in Wyoming to hit on his own fiance during his bachelor party. And by the way, I'm the one who put Kenzie because it said a man in the room, and I'm in the room with 3 men, so I just picked Kenzie. Why not? I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know what the
Thank
story
you very
was.
much for
You're
causing
welcome.
me to be the one to actually get assaulted by my wife later on tonight whenever she
You're
hears
welcome.
this. Because
Hey, listen,
what?
the best part of that story is there was a lot of Kamala Harris's in that club, but the hoes were in the corner, and you went to the corner to find your fiance.
See, now you got me having a fiance throughout this whole thing and everything. There, I am going to get these things pop up worse than whenever somebody ends up getting mad because of what they dreamed that their partner done while they were asleep at night. This is on the show. You're going to get me hurt, woman.
Oh my God, people were saying get some baby oil from Diddy for my garage door. I guess they're talking about. Oh
There
my
you
God.
go.
Michael Ray said lube needed. Jeff Castle, oil the tracks.
I did not know you guys could hear that. This mic is supposed to not take Okay. Well, we now know it's that loud.
Well.
But you know why I don't oil it? Because I will know if somebody comes into my garage door and I'm like, and by the way, this is a new door. It's only a year old, but it sounded like since they put it in, it sounds like that.
Are we ready for a break now so that we can figure out what we're going to do next afterwards? All this, because I mean,
Absolutely.
you need to set up for the next one, right there, SoCal.
Yeah, but this one, yeah, we do.
All right. Let's all take a little bit of time to just empty our minds and sit back and listen to the Warhorse promo, and we'll see if we can go ahead and get the next one started when we get back.
I had already emptied my mind. I'm sorry. Okay.
At Warhorse Legacy, we offer an equine-assisted method of healing, a unique form of therapy where participants engage with horses to improve emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Through the unspoken bond of these majestic animals, participants find trust, confidence, and a sense of purpose. Veterans and their families can benefit from our tailored programs that address issues like PTSD, anxiety, depression, and the challenges of reintegration. Our programs also include educational workshops, skills training, and recreational activities, all aimed at fostering resilience and building strong, supportive communities. At Warhorse Legacy Foundation, we understand the sacrifices our heroes have made, and we are dedicated to providing a safe, nurturing environment while healing can begin. Our family programs ensure that everyone, from young children to spouses, finds support and connection. Activities like group outings and community events help strengthen family bonds and create lasting memories. Visit us at warhorselegacy.org to learn more about our programs, hear testimonials, and find out how you can support our mission to honor and empower our veterans. Warhorse Legacy Foundation. Healing through horses, healing together.
Wait a moment. I just heard something. Is that
you done?
SoCal's garage over there?
Oh no! Did you guys hear all that?
No, just the last crash.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! I feel so bad. I muted myself before I left. It must not have taken.
No. It automatically unmutes you whenever the video's done on there, unless
Oh.
you beat. When the video plays, it'll mute you, and if you didn't quite beat it, then it probably unmuted you too. So.
Oh yeah, because I muted myself, and I'm like, why did you guys hear anything? And then I see I'm off mute, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope you didn't hear all that, because I'm glad that does that. That is very awesome. Oh, where's my face? There it is. Here I am.
Yay! Hi.
And you're back. You're not ghosty.
Well, ooh.
So, survey. What do you all believe would be an adequate reason for a passenger airline to have an emergency landing?
You find out that somebody on P. Diddy's witness list is on, and you kind of want to live.
That would work.
Yep, a terrorist stands up, and I use my shoelace and choke them out.
There you go.
They go, we should probably land.
Physical altercation, unsavory passengers. My guess would have probably be something along the lines of a medical emergency, but
Yep.
I was waiting to see what the other guesses were, because none of those were actually the case this time around. So what about you, SoCal? What do you think would be a good reason to have an emergency landing?
I'm having a baby out my butt. Didn't you say something about baby butt plugs earlier? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I would. I would definitely need. I would definitely need that. I think somebody should stop the plane.
All right. Well, here's what really happened. A passenger airplane traveling from Norway to Spain was forced to land after a rodent popped out of one of its in-flight meals. The Scandinavian Airlines flight traveling from Oslo to Malaga on Wednesday was diverted from its route after a critter startled a woman opening her airline provided food.
Was it Ratatouille?
That-
Little
that-
booger.
It could have been. It could have been. It could have been Ratatouille. Jarla Boristad nailed it, I'm sure. A
Nailed it.
passenger on the plane that witnessed the rodent sprang out of the nearby woman's packaged meal told the BBC that those aboard the flight remained generally calm. Does anybody know anyone that would have been anything but calm? Because I know a couple of people that would have been doing anything but calm, especially within an enclosed tube with other people where they know the mouse can't get out.
Wait a minute. Let's clarify. Are you saying, oh my God,
Frederator, serve fresh. What's the problem?
are you saying but calm or just but calm? Are you saying but calm?
Well, what's the difference?
One is I was crazy, but I became calm. And when I don't know. I
Oh,
was
okay.
just, listen, it was supposed to be a timing thing, but I literally blanked out when I went to say it. I literally blanked out. So I was like, what the hell was I going to say? And then butt calm came back up in my head. I don't know.
I just
It's long gone now. Joke's over.
I know a couple of people that would go totally postal if they were anywhere near a mouse. Like all the elephants appear to do in a cartoon, that kind of postal. So apparently this is something that is extremely rare to happen, according to the Scandinavian's airline spokesperson. They ended up landing the flight down in where was that at? They diverted to Copenhagen, Denmark, done the emergency landing before the passengers were put on another flight to complete their journey.
For a mouse?
For a mouse.
I think I'd be fine with it.
The pit stop only lasted a few hours.
Oh,
So
no.
they-
No.
No.
Listen, just put the mouse in the little exit door, put it in the shitter. I don't care, but you're not delaying me.
Shitter.
You're not delaying me hours over that. Come on now. What's
down the
that got to
window
do
and
with
throw
the
it out.
plane? That's what I'm saying. Throw it out the exit door. You're not delaying a flight over that. It's not like there's something wrong with the plane. Stop it. Stop. I'm not going to be late for that. Nope.
Well, I
Doesn't
mean,
the shitter thing go out the bottom of the plane anyway? That would be so much fun. Do you know how many people would be shit on in a day? That's a
didn't-
big bird.
It didn't meet Joe Dirt.
I have that movie. I still have to see that movie. I don't think I've seen it all the way.
Oh, it's horrible, but funny, but horrible.
Don't watch don't watch the second one. That one was even more of a sacrilege. They were just getting a payday on that one. That's all I'll say.
Oh, see, Jeff agrees with me. Jeff in the castle says, I almost said Jeff in the Berg. I almost married you again, Kathy.
wow.
I don't know what my issue
You're
is
gonna
tonight.
get
I'm
her
literally
in trouble
drinking water.
too.
Something's in the water, I'm telling you. Okay, anyway, I would be so mad if they landed because of a mouse. I would have stepped on it. Yeah, or just, swallowed it. Whatever. Don't
Somebody wanted to go outside for a smoke.
Anyway, Klopp, you said you had something? You have something. Oh,
Something?
let me ask the first word. Wait, before you do that. We're going to go just someone random. Frederator, I know it said takes you a long time. Give me a piece of clothing, please. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just a piece, kind of like a.
Well, no, just clothing.
piece, one at a time.
Yeah,
Name
you want my
clothing.
shirt?
There you go.
So speaking of movies, do you have anything coming up, Clump?
Well, still waiting for the Voodoo movie to come out. Again, from the last time I was here, I've haven't heard any updates on it. I know there's been a couple of other horror movies that the boss has been making, but so far nothing yet. And so far I haven't worked on anything recent. So, yeah, basically this is the only form of entertainment that I engage in now. So.
Ooh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, that's rough, man. That's rough. You're hitting a rough patch.
So sorry.
No, but apparently I've also had some sources provide me with a little picture of what happened before before all the pages started going off the other day. And I
I'm
guess I'll
scared.
yeah,
scared, Clop.
you're scared, Clop. Oh, good. Apparently the calm before the shit hit the fan here. So observe.
Wow.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
The internet has ruined us. And apparently another source also indicating that Puffy People, his legal team is already kind of trying to rig up some kind of defense, and basically here's the idea that they're floating with. Okay, let's see if that'll. Apparently, it doesn't work like that. I can't work this damn thing. Okay, one more time. One more time. There we go. Eventually.
At it.
There we go. If the glove don't fit, use lubricant.
Oh
lubricant.
my!
Too bad Robert Kardashian is no longer with us to enjoy this little circus, but unfortunately his daughters are.
And thank you, Frederator.
We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
trying
you,
to get my
Jamie. If
thumbs
you're not
up.
in hell for what happened to your ex-wife, you're definitely in hell for unleashing the Kardashians on us. Fuck you.
Paige, fried food, please. Fried food for Paige, please.
Is that like an order for her, or I mean, because I got all kinds of it in the house.
You do? What you got going on in the house?
I mean, leftovers from this morning. We had a big breakfast this morning. We had, we had all kinds of fried stuff, hash browns, and I've done sausage and sausage gravy. Also fried the sausage up first and made the gravy out of it there. Bacon, scrambled
I've had
eggs.
breakfast at the Kenzie's. It's good.
You forgot to bring mine or deliver mine or have the drone bring it over. I don't know, but that sounds delish.
Oh, it was, and then after things settled, there's still the banana bread that's left over that Sandy made.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Does it have nuts?
She didn't put nuts in it.
Okay, I'm down then.
You're
down.
All right.
I want no nut bread. Okay.
All right.
No nuts.
I will not nut on your bread.
Thank you.
You don't want some extra cream on your strudel.
Okay, and sticking with no nuts, a museum opens a nudist exhibit for visitors who also go full frontal. Quote, it's not so strange, end quote. They went from wee wee to wee wee.
Oh.
Coastal city in France is bearing all with a museum exhibit on nudity, which guests can view in the buff themselves.
Wait a minute. You can not just see nuts, but you can show your nuts while you're seeing nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Not that I'm all interested in any of that. Let's just let me.
Sure, Kenzie.
Going to share anything?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just let me know how everything works out.
So the exposition was only natural to flash full frontal gas at the Museum of European and Mediterranean Civilizations, Marseille, the organization announced. Anyone wanting to visit dressed during those hours, they might be considered a little odd, the museum spokesperson cheekily said.
Cheekily. Ooh, that's appropriate.
Chicalita.
Cheekily.
Cheekalito.
Cheek.
No. No, Pop.
Thank you for
Roger
stopping
Rabbit, how about a body part? Roger Rabbit, if you're still here, could you put a body part in the chat?
Well,
please?
we just ended up hearing nuts. You should have just wrote that down.
Wouldn't that be funny if like they were literally trying to put a body part in the okay, never mind. I have my own humor inside my sick little head.
Yeah,
No worries.
apparently in regards to that museum, the guys are always complaining that the first couple of weeks are the hardest.
Right.
Right. Yep.
I mean, it's just hard to keep everything up after that. Apparently.
I guess it's easy to show your appreciation of the artwork. It's
Yeah.
very simple.
And the people wanting to people signing up trying to send applications there. Apparently the competition is very stiff.
Oh, dun, dun. Where are our sounders? I can have the garage door go down a little bit if you'd like. Just saying.
And Paige,
My own
thank you.
Saturday.
And speaking of catfish, I also had catfish at the Kenzie's, and it was very
Ooh.
good. And I never would have thought that I would like catfish, but it was fantastic.
Was it really? Was it breaded?
Mm-hmm.
So it was breaded and
Mhm.
everything?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was so good.
Did
I
you
didn't
just
think
have it by itself or like
I
on
didn't-
Sandy?
Well, it was by itself, but there were like sides and stuff with it. But
It was part of it was a separate portion of the meal. Yeah.
No, I was thinking like a what do they call it? A po' boy or whatever with fried catfish in it? Like a sandwich. I said Sandy, but I meant like a sandwich.
we gathered that.
You if you come over here, we're not going to let you eat Sandy.
First of all, I know
You
that's
might, I
true.
don't know. Check
She
the tape.
probably would not. Goki would definitely not appreciate it. So we will step back from that.
You never know. He might end up taking pictures.
Jeff Castle, I don't think Roger's here anymore. Would you mind putting in a body part?
Not your body
No.
part.
Dear God.
Listen, I don't like anything that comes out of the sea except for surfers. So
Thank-
I
thank
love
you.
We're not putting anything in anybody here.
Hopefully that all these comments on social media going to the show here are all text only and not pictures.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yes, thank God.
Oh my goodness.
In other news, Florida.
Oh no.
Yep,
Florida.
Who got in trouble this time? Who did the dumbass thing this time?
an
Some
SUV.
Florida
Yep, an SUV. Well, I don't know. This was driver, so
Florida person.
yep, an SUV spotted parked atop of a dumpster in Florida. So the mystery of an SUV seen perched on top of a Florida dumpster was revealed to involve a poorly timed parking job, a construction site, and a forklift. Scott Greenberg said he was on his way to the store when he spotted the vehicle parked on top of the dumpster. I had to do a double take. I texted my buddy. I'm like, is that fair game? Is that free? It's in the dumpster, Greenberg told WBBH TV. It turned out the SUV had been lifted onto the dumpster by a forklift operator by a construction worker helping to build a new apartment complex. They said the vehicle had been left parked in the work area. So they used the forklift, just picked it up, set it up on the dumpster.
So it was discovered by somebody wanting to dumpster dive and figured that they found a vehicle in it, huh? Could you imagine that, calling your buddy to help you get a vehicle out of the dumpster so you can take it home?
Right? I mean, that's how I built most of our computers when the kids were little, and we were pole people. Is I'd pick them up on the side of the road and pick them up out of dumpsters and take them home and fix them and get them up and running.
This technological advancement brought to you by Fat Albert and everyone else out of the junkyard.
By the way, Kirk, I would like you to reread the headline, but instead of SUV, because I thought you said STD at first. So could you reread the headline with STD instead of SUV, just because I want to hear the headline?
I can. Let me find it in my history.
And
'Cause
welcome, Christopher Branham. And so since you're up in here, could you name a piece of clothing? Just type it into the chat, like clothing, a type of clothing, piece of clothing, whatever.
So an STD was spotted parked atop a dumpster in Florida.
There you go. I kind of like it. Kind of like the twist on the story.
That's better.
Like one
That
big
is better that way.
herpy, one big herpy on the dumpster. Like, I got you. They eat your
Got you.
face.
Well, I mean, I guess the crabs are bigger in Florida than they are in other places. I don't know.
And remember, if she can spell gonorrhea right on the first try, stay out of there.
Oh, I've never
Good
heard that one.
advice. Good advice.
That is good advice,
If you learn nothing else from the boy club,
right?
Advice
Okay.
from Klopp.
This is for Kathy. Now, Kathy, this is a double here. Well, actually, no. I'll just give me a room in the house, Kathy. And Mr. Mom, could you give me an adjective? That's a descriptive word. So an adjective for Mr. Mom and Kathy in the Berg, a room in the house, please.
So, and this is happening in my local area. So, the Toy Hall of Fame's 2024 finalists include balloons and Pokemon cards. So, the National Toy Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York, which I didn't even know was here, now I got to go check it out, announced this year's finalists for induction, including balloons, Pokemon cards, and Transformers. The Strong National Museum of Play said the 12 finalists for induction this year. And I'll go through the list here in a second. It's great to see some returning contenders such as My Little Pony and Transformers. The 12 toys represent a wide range of play from strategic to whimsical to physical and present many playful matches. And the public can vote for their favorites in the Player's Choice ballot. And I went and looked at that. So these are the 12 that are on that list. There's Apples to Apples. And we played that with the kids like years and years ago. Balloons, I don't know how balloons haven't been on there. I mean, balloons have been around forever. Choose Your Own Adventure game books, which I don't know what a game book is, but I love the Choose Your Own Adventure books when the library
can-
mobile.
Yes,
Is that
where you
what they're-
can alternate the endings. Is that what you mean?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There was an actual game on that, or was it just the books?
It says game books, so Choose Your Own Adventure game books. So now I'm gonna have to look that up and see if there's like computer games, basically. So it's like you read and basically the same thing, but for
Let's look that up. Yeah, hold on.
the
Go ahead.
youths.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Hess Toy Trucks is on the list, and we used to love getting them when I was a kid. And my stepfather, he actually has a bunch from when he was a kid. I think he has 12 or 15 of the Hess trucks that are, I mean, they're very old. They're from when he was a kid. My Little Pony, which that was not mine.
You
Phase
were into
10.
it.
Phase 10, which is kind of like Skip-Bo, or what's the other one? Uno or something like that. I
No,
think Phase 10 is
Phase 10 is a little bit more like a mixed up game of rummy.
okay. Then there's Pokemon trading cards, which I never did. And remote control vehicles, those should be on there for sure. I love those since back when I was a kid. I got an army tank that was the coolest thing ever. My brother and I, we had mice that we kept, and one of the mice that we had was called Piff, Piff, because he had like a nasal issue, so he would sniff and he'd keep going around going like, you could hear it. So we called him Piff. And Piff loved riding on this army tank. It was a remote control army tank, and we'd put him up on top of it, and we would drive him all around the house, and the mouse loved it, absolutely loved it. I don't know because I don't speak mice, but he definitely didn't get on an airplane and make it land.
That's funny.
The game Sequence, which I don't know.
See,
Um,
I think I own it somewhere, but I don't think I've ever played it.
Stick Horse, the hobby horse, which have been around since forever. They actually have hobby horse races where people actually
hobby horse
do it.
competitions. Yeah.
Yes.
You got to
Yes.
be kidding me. You know, they know that they don't go anywhere, right?
No, like they clop like Clydesdales and do tricks on them, and
They go through the course and jump over the little hurdles and stuff with
Shut
Yes.
up. No,
No.
they don't.
I am serious as a heart attack. Kinsey, see if you can find a video. I am serious as a heart
I'll
attack.
see what I can do here.
A trampoline, which used to be called the jumpaline till your mom was on it.
Oh, no, you didn't talk about my mom like that. My neighbors have a trampoline. Just real quick, Mr. Mom, can you name a room in the house, please? Go ahead. And Roger Rabbit, could you name a verb ending in ing? So a verb, action word in ing. Thank you. Go ahead.
And the last one on the list was Transformers, which I loved as a kid. They were just the coolest thing ever.
No, wait, where's like G.I. Joe? Are these board games or just any kind of toy?
And like G.I. Joe may already be in it because it's like the Toy Hall of Fame. So they may already be in it. These 12 just have never been put into it. So
We got videos galore that we can pull out here. I mean,
G.I. Joe was entered in the Toy Hall of Fame in 2004. And also, it appears that the Choose Your Own Adventure book looks like they're calling it just the books themselves as the game. So, which I did read many of back when I was about a wee clop. So,
Ha! You were but a wee clop.
Oh, well, that top one didn't make it.
Yep.
They don't jump too good.
Well, at least the balls didn't do
That
this
one
time.
made it.
Oh my gosh. Is Wombat Mommy still in here? Wombat Mommy, if you're still in here, could you put in a bug?
Did you see that other horse that top ride got knocked off because the horse's stick hit it? I mean, it's hung like a horse. It knocked it off like that French guy did, right?
like that French boy, And good for him. Congratulations. He lost but won.
Yeah.
And how many dates is that guy getting now?
Right? That's
More
what I'm
than me.
saying. He won.
I have been out of the dating market for 20 plus years, so.
And I'm missing the room. What was the room one? Jen?
The room one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Roomba?
basement. I put it in there. It's
Got
if
it.
you look in the chat, I've got them all in order for you.
God, oh, you are a doll. Because
Yes.
thank you. Okay.
Yes.
You
You
rock.
got everything. You got everything you need.
No. We're just. I still have one, two. I have 1, 2, like 5 more. So, I had asked Wombat Mommy. I don't know if she's still on here to name a bug, but whoever puts a bug in the chat first gets it. Whoever just types in a bug name, I'm down.
Roger Rabbit saying, "Have you ever played? Was that tech ball or teak ball? Essentially ping pong with your feet in a soccer ball." Well, I've seen other activities involving ping pong balls. And
Well,
I'm sure you have, but that was on Pornhub. So what were you talking about?
Oh, there it is, dung beetle.
might have been
Dung
real
beetle.
life. No.
Dung beetle, I love it. Okay.
Has anyone heard anything about Techroo here recently? We need to check on him. I'm afraid we have video of Techroo here, and I really feel for the guy because he's probably in a hospital somewhere or something after this event. I am suspecting. I don't know.
Didn't see his face.
So, we couldn't see his face, but something was happening to the poor thing, and I'm afraid that this is Techroo trotting around where he shouldn't be. because I mean, it's a there's
Oh,
a problem.
Oh no! Wait.
If this is
Oh,
seriously
Oh,
check and see,
shit.
see what if he's okay. Because
Oh my God! Hold on. Were those the bulls?
the Bulls.
That's why I did it in that accent. Were they the bulls?
He neglected to clear the Bulls.
Oh,
that
shit.
definitely he definitely did not get his ears stuck.
Okay, holy crap. Okay, hold on a second. First of all, ouch. That's
Bulls.
first. Second of all, do you think he's related to the guy that did the pole vaulting in the Olympics that got his bulls smacked around? Do you think they're related?
Oh, that was just his wiener.
Well,
He just smacked a wiener. There weren't no balls involved in that?
Nope.
No? Okay, Timothy Ratliff, can you give me a verb ending in ing? A verb ending in ing, thanks. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, the difference between the pole vaulter there and the kangaroo in this place, in this there is you want to make sure there's no crack involved, whatever you're jumping, because
I just got a flash of that picture again. My loins are hurting, and I don't even have bulls.
that's what can happen when you play around with too much crack.
And by the way, who's going to release the bulls? That's all I want to know. Who's going to release them? Because oh my God,
And the dude had like
that's either going to be the kangaroo's best friend, or you're going to get the fuck punched out. Oh, you're going to get punched the F out.
What is one of your bottles of lube there for the Bulls there, Diddy?
Oh, good God. Thank you.
oh the splinters and the ow and the crunch and the dude had a board. It looked like he was gonna like try to bop them up like like reverse whack-a-mole.
Oh God.
Just for a second.
No.
Where's the tranquilizer dart when you need it? Fast acting horse tranquilizer. Come on.
Roger Rabbit said something similar happened to him last night, sliding off the mattress.
Oh God.
Timothy, crack kills the balls.
There is puckering going on. Okay, so let's just take this for a minute. I want you all to visualize. The bulls are stuck in a crack of the fence. Look at Klopso with me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you take a saw and try and cut out the other like piece of wood next to it, but not hit the bulls?
Only if you're Jewish.
No, me personally, I would take a pry bar and just push one of the slats out.
Slats, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if you do some scrapage along the
It's
which
gonna
way are you
scrape.
pushing?
I
You gotta
think
push
the
out,
damage is already done so much at that point that with the adrenaline that you got and the pain that you're already in, I think it would be difficult to imagine how you could add any more to it.
So as a young father and mother, my wife,
That kangaroo will not be ever again.
one of our sons did the zipper trick where he
Oh no.
he zipped
No.
the whatever and
Twiggy
Jessica like he was screaming, so Jessica went and looked and then said it'll be okay, hold on, and then she ran and got me and was like, nope, this is you. You've
been drafted.
You go in there and you look, and the only thing you can do is reverse course.
No.
Okay, so my question is that was a deer or that was a kangaroo?
Kangaroo.
It was a kangaroo. Okay, so option C. Sorry there, mate. I want to have some Australian Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh no.
Oh.
You better run then, because those kangaroos will rip your face off. Oh God. I'm never gonna get that picture out of my head. I'm gonna have to go watch something.
There's this documentary called "There's Something About Mary,"
Yes.
Mhm.
You got the
Bring it,
beans
Billy.
and Franks.
Fucking beans. Thank beans.
Don't you get the beans over the Frank?
That was the funniest line. How'd you get the beans over to Frank? Oh,
And that's got to cause shrinkage all day long.
well, yeah. And there's nothing you can do but just reverse course, and you try to make it as quick as possible.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, now you said a crowbar. Now, what if you went to crowbar that and you missed? Like it slipped.
No,
or
you don't.
something?
You don't hit it.
No,
Like
but
you
slip.
wedge it. You wedge it and crank
Okay,
to
if
it.
you're gonna wedge it, you're gonna be
Drops
on the other side with the kangaroo. I ain't gonna be on that side
No, I'm on the back side where the dangles are.
where the balls are.
Yep, with the balls.
Angles of the
With the
dangles.
ornaments. Yep.
You know, it would be depending on which directions the slats are going to pry loose in, because if the slats were the other way, then that would mean that you would have to pry the slats towards you while the kangaroo's stuck.
Either way, you want to make it as
God.
fast as possible, and then you want to get the hell out of there and retain the crowbar, because if it comes at you, you know they look
will
like
rip your body off in one swipe.
they look like deer that went to prison.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know that I always wanted a kangaroo? When I was a kid, I would ask my parents for the strangest animals. I wanted a dolphin.
Shocking.
And but then I wanted a baby elephant, and I'm like, I just want a baby elephant, and my parents are like, what the hell? Kangaroo and koala. Okay, so kangaroo I was very into, and then my parents explained to me that kangaroos aren't like just so cute. I'm like, no, they're so cute. They just hop around, and I'm probably a little older, preteen. Yeah, I didn't know that they could rip your guts out. So that was not.
Do you ever see the video of the guy saving his dog from the kangaroo?
Oh yeah, walks over there and punches the crap out.
Just starts, like fisticuffs with the kangaroo.
Well, I mean, kangaroos are notorious for killing dogs out there in that area, and what they do is oftentimes, if they're by a body of water, they'll drag the dog out and drown it.
ABC News says that's completely unfounded.
That kangaroos don't drown dogs.
Exactly. David Muir apparently spoke to somebody over in that area, and they said it was completely unfounded. There were no credible. Yeah.
I don't know. I have seen a couple of videos already of people trying to save their canines from kangaroos on the edge of a lake. So
I'm gonna
I
play
think
our
there's probably
sounder.
something to it.
Here we go. Hold on.
Wait. What's she?
You're welcome.
The train is coming.
There's no kangaroos around that door.
Right? Oh my God. I had a praying mantis hanging from the bottom of my garage door, and he was just hanging there upside down. And I'm like, I have to close that eventually. And then all of a sudden he just dropped with a thwap. He just went thwap. And I'm like, well, now you're off the garage door, so you're not going to get squished, but you are going to get squished if you don't move from where it's going to land. I don't know if he's squished or not, but I don't see him on the bottom of my garage door, so maybe he got
Do
the
you ever wonder what they pray for?
well,
the wife's gonna chew my head off after I get home anyway. Let's do it.
Right. Yes. It's praying mantis that rip their heads off after they're done screwing them, right? The women?
No. A lot of times they'll rip their head off and then they'll get back to doing business while they still got some sort of activity left. So, yeah, I mean, you can rip their head off, and sometimes that still doesn't stop them.
And yes, Jeff, praying mantises are cool. So I worked at a Chili's restaurant in close by, and like we opened it. This is 20 years ago. And so the building's green, the back wall is green. And one summer night, there must have been 1,000 praying mantis all on this green back wall, back where we had the fenced in the garbage and stuff. That's where we take smoke breaks and stuff like that. But there must have been 1,000 of them. It was so cool.
Okay, let me ask you a question about them, though. because this particular one was brown in the body but had green legs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some that I see that are green, some that I see are brown. Are they like chameleons in the sense that they change with their environment, or no? Or they just born like they could be born different colors?
They don't change color, but they will be different colored already for part of their camouflage. Also, depending on what type that it is as well.
Yeah, and I'm not sure because these were all like bright green, like fluorescent green, and they were an endangered species here in New York. Like you're not allowed to kill them or whatever. You're not allowed to
I don't
take them home as pets and stuff like
I
that.
wouldn't kill them. They don't scare
they're
me,
cool.
so I wouldn't kill them. Those are ones I would take outside. Now I wouldn't kill a tarantula because they're not out to hurt you. They just are mating, right? But if it's a spidey, yeah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but I mean, them things actually do kick ass. If FAFO was an insect, it would be a praying mantis. Them suckers, any Asian hornet or anything else, them things will catch it and eat it alive.
And the female chews the mate's head off after they have sex.
That's what I was saying. And the chick is like a badass. She sits there and freaking
yeah.
Thanks for the pleasure. Now get the hell out of here.
She bites his head off, but I mean, still, them things will fight and win against other things multiple times their size. They will kick a lizard's ass and eat it. There has been a number of them that's killed hummingbirds.
Okay, now that's where
That's
you draw
mean.
the line.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll draw the line there. We're gonna arm wrestle on that shit. Left-handed. Because their left hand might be weak.
But that's happened. And compared to other bugs, their hide and everything is so tough that, hornets or something like that they cannot penetrate it. Nothing that can sting it. So many things have problems actually trying to bite anything off on a praying mantis. You're having to get something big enough to be outside of eating a bug in order to take care of a praying mantis.
I just saw a fly explode in front of me. So do you think that had, got a wasp got in there and impregnated it?
Oh.
No.
Oof.
No.
I hope not. Oof.
Well, I'll take the bug juice off my garage. Hey, maybe the bug juice will keep my garage door from squealing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even the male praying mantis, you got to give props to him because even after half of the time, whenever she bites his head off, he still keeps going.
Well, he has to because he hasn't realized he's died yet. So as soon as he realizes that and his brain's been eaten, things will come down. Let's just put it that way.
I wonder how long it's still alive after that, because a lot of the insects will still keep going because they're essential functions that they need. Their breathing and heart rate and everything like that. And most of the insects are in the abdomen, in that abdominal area on the segmented part of the body. So I just wonder how long a praying mantis can survive without its head. I wouldn't doubt if it was for a couple of days.
You think a couple of days?
It would not surprise me. I think we need to look that up.
People are going to go onto our computers and go, "What's with all the searching on praying mantis? What's happening?" We've got a lot of them. I got a little. Wait, where's my hand on this thing? Wait. Let me put it close for a minute. I got the tiniest little one in my garden right now. He's so tiny. I didn't even know what he was. He just kind of hopped and I went, "Oh my God, you're so cute. I've never seen it that small before." There was one on my screen door too. So they must be hatching right now. I don't know. There's a lot of them happening right now.
It's just learning to pray. It's a new convert. Yep.
Amen.
It's learning to pray.
A praying mantis can live for up to 6 hours without its head.
Oh, see, 6 hour. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's going to finish the deed.
Oh, it finishes.
But
I mean,
it just
it finishes.
No, it's
She
just like
might
all of a
not.
sudden. It's like all of a sudden I can't see you, lady. I was on you. Now I can't see you,
No,
but
yeah.
I'm still going. I can feel you.
Yeah.
I've used some
Normally,
Diddy lube.
normally male mantises have their heads chopped off by females while mating, but still go on to complete mating, even without their heads, which can take 1 to 6 hours.
That's amazing. I wish that was available for certain
Yep.
humans.
Now
I really
the
do.
mating, the mating, it
know.
takes 6 hours. Like she's exhausting that headless thing.
Well, she's
And
got to
Mr.
get it in
Mom.
while she can.
Mr. Mom, that's not the kind of head he was thinking. He was wanting.
Right. You're right. You need to specify as a praying mantis. You have to specify. A little lower, lady.
A little lower. More. A little lower. All right. So I'm going to read this now.
All right.
We have all the stuff in there. And thank you, Jen, so much for
Of course.
doing that.
And it got done in less than 6 hours.
What? We're doing it perfect time. You want to do one first hour, one a second hour. We're doing awesome.
Fantastic. Yep. So you should be washing. Sometimes I forget to wash my loincloth and it ends up smelling like catfish.
Oh, God. Oh, my
Some-
God. Oh, we know
sometimes,
what gender this is.
sometimes I forget to clean my legs too. And then my chaps really smell like a bucking basement after a
Oh.
long day of golfing and farting.
Oh, that's.
Oh man, I should really clean up better. Sometimes I find a dung beetle in my shoe after playing Talking Hat for too long.
New band.
And sometimes, yeah. And sometimes I find baboon poop under my shoe.
Oh, God.
And I get cherry smells all over my mom's skirt.
Oh, my God. That is fantastic.
Mine wouldn't
That
go
is-
on that one.
Cherry popping daddies and or cherry popping mamas. I don't know.
That is definitely one for because actually, even though different people answered, that really goes well. The
Yep.
loincloth smells like catfish. You need to clean your legs and your chaps stink. In the bucking basement, which could, be, for something else.
Well,
A bucking basement.
we all have that room. I'm sorry, some of us have that room.
Oh, we don't. Not in Cali. We don't do basements. We'll get trapped in there with an earthquake.
Just do like Holly and use a closet.
In
Okay,
Florida,
so-
we didn't either.
So just for the heck of it, those of you in chat, I would really appreciate if it's a thumbs up if you like this type of thing, or a thumbs down. Like, would you like to see it again? We're not going to do it all the time, but just here and there we might do it. Thumbs up means you like. Oh, you know what it means. Come on now. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Just let us know if you like the game, so that because we're going to come up with some other games. We have a lot of fun things coming up, but we just wanted to try this out because we wanted to, have you guys have some fun and listen to the stories that you just made. So far, we got thumbs up. I'm liking it. I'm liking
Itsy
it.
bitsy spider went up.
Water spout.
Mhm.
Down came the praying mantis and ate
And
them.
Chewed the head off.
Oh, God, Kizzy, I wasn't going to go there, but I thought about it. Not the spider, but I was thinking something else.
You throw a praying mantis in there, that spider don't stand a chance.
Right.
Unless
neither
maybe it's a camel spider.
Well, and neither does a praying mantis, by the way. So if a praying mantis gets with another praying mantis, that praying mantis doesn't have a chance either. So forget the spider. Forget.
Well, I mean, his life is drastically shortened, but it's not over for a few more hours. I mean,
And then comes the horror hornets.
Right.
which probably cannot penetrate the hide on a praying mantis.
I love that hide. Whoopsh, whoopsh.
All right. And not to take things down,
A sad road. Are you going to take a sad?
I am going to a little bit. I don't know. So most of us knew about, like, became part of this or whatever because of Doc Thompson and stuff like that. And him and Patrick Mosier, Chef Patrick, they started like a foodie program and stuff. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
they started
like-
Spoonie, which was a sister channel for Mojo 50.
yeah. And well, he's recently been diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome. So I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm throwing it in the chat, but there's a GoFundMe, so people can like pitch in and try to help him or whatever. And from what I understand, it's also one of the most common ailments from the clot shot that everybody was getting. So I have no idea if he isn't. I have no idea if it's
Guillain-Barré
related.
syndrome is a condition in which the body's immune system attacks the nerves.
Ooh, that sounds painful. Seriously.
Yeah, it can cause weakness, numbness, or paralysis. Weakness and tingling in the hands and feet is usually the first symptoms. These sensations can quickly spread and may lead to paralysis. So that does not sound good.
No, it doesn't. But is it paralysis without pain? See, here's the thing. Nobody wants any of that, right? But
Right.
if you're paralyzed and you're still feeling the pain of the nerves, or is it literally like eating up the nerves so eventually you don't have pain?
Right.
I mean, some of these diseases are just out of control. It's just
Yes.
they're so awful. And what they put a human being through. And this is where, I'm going to go off on a little tangent for a second. This is where I don't understand about animals, how we're so humane with animals and the pain they're going through. And people we're just letting suffer.
Right.
There is apparently a fair chance of recovery, but it can be fatal. So yeah, it's
I wonder what a
nothing to
fair
mess around
chance
with.
is. It's a fair chance. They
That's-
have percentages on that?
I don't see percentages, but it does say that most people recover completely from Guillain-Barré syndrome, but some serious illnesses can be fatal. While recovery may take up to several years, most people are able to walk again 6 months after symptoms first begin. So it's not going to be an easy walk in the park from the sounds of it.
No. But there is a way to fully recover. So that's nice to hear.
Some people may have lasting effects such as weakness, numbness, or fatigue. So, I mean, it might, there might be things that remain that you just got to live with. But yeah, I mean, other things that's been causing it to kick back up would be, either the shot or COVID-19 or having the Zika virus could make you more prone to having it, apparently.
Yeah.
So there's also a good movie, not to take away from this, but there's a movie called The Upside, which is about a guy who gets paralyzed. It's a guy that did Breaking Bad, and he was like the dad on, I think, Malcolm in the Middle.
Bryan
But
Cranston.
it's called The Upside and it has him and Kevin Hart in it. It is such a cute, fun movie. And
Really?
basically Kevin Hart is hired to take care of him. And he's paralyzed from the neck down. But it's a really good, cute, like comedy, dramedy kind of movie. It was really good. Jessica and I watched
Is that
it.
like available on Netflix or Hulu or
Mhm.
something? Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
Netflix because I think that's where we watched it on was Netflix.
I'll have to check it out. I like
It's
that.
called The Upside. It was really good, very heartwarming.
But I was saying definitely best wishes to Chef Patrick, and definitely hope he does make a recovery on this.
For sure. Lots of prayers and positive vibes. I'm just going to do a side note here. Paige said, not a doctor. And that reminds me of if any of you have ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they always say, shh, not a doctor at the end. I love that so much. So I was thinking of that page. And I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but if you were, that's what I was started to write love that, but it just came out love. But my kids and I, we sit there and we always look forward to that. Shh, not a doctor. I don't know why. Some kind
And
of
what is
production
the show?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
You guys haven't seen that?
I have not.
No.
Get out of here. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so funny. It's got, that's where, who's the,
Andy Sandberg.
it is so good, you guys. And you have to go back to the beginning of the series because they actually canceled it, but another network picked it up. It's
Okay.
really funny. It's obviously about a precinct, and well, I guess that's not obvious, but it's about a police precinct, and the actors in it. Who's the? Oh, I was going to ask Bob. Who the big dude? Who's the guy who does America's Got Talent? The big black dude who brings people out. Yes, love him. He was on that. Oh, that's how I first knew about him. So when he went on AGT, I'm like, oh, that's awesome to see him. And cool dude, by the way. Sounds like a really cool dude. I've never met
And
him.
is that on Netflix?
It was on. It's either on Hulu or Netflix. Possibly Hulu. You might see it on Netflix too, but oh my gosh, it's just funny. And we'd watch them. They're real short. So, but they're good, and that's why I think another network picked them up. It's fantastic.
Yeah, apparently it's on. Looks like season 1 through 8 on Peacock. Season 1 through 4 on Netflix.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think we have Peacock and Netflix. We definitely have Netflix. I think we have Peacock.
Yeah, so Terry Crews is on there. Andre Brower, God rest his soul, he was on there. Dirk Blocker. Dirk Blocker. That's the son of one of the guys from Bonanza, isn't it?
I don't know that.
I don't know.
So, yeah, I'm kind of a connoisseur of the obscure. Let me see. Dirk. Yeah, sorry.
I think you definitely
yeah. Anyway.
I think you guys would definitely like it, and you get to know these characters so well, and it's just a kick in the pants. And I think that's why it was picked back up. I forgot who originally did it, but then they canceled it, and somebody else immediately picked it up. It was
So
awesome.
is it like Scrubs, but like police instead of like hospital thing, or?
Yeah, it's definitely a comedy, and yeah. So yeah, I guess you could say it like that. It's just hilarious, and there's a lot of really well written scripts in that. It's very witty at times, and it's a little dry at times. You have to get the humor, but that's why I'm saying that comes in for the character development. You sit back and you just enjoy it because it's got a lot of different comedies. Well written.
And Mr. Mom said yes. Dan Blocker's son.
Yep.
Mm.
So, and yeah, the real Captain Hole, Andre Brower, passed away last December.
Yes, I remember hearing about that, which sucked. That guy, great actor, love his voice, that deepness, kind of like Klopp. You know how Klopp has that deep voice when he wants to. Oh look,
It was like the black guy from
Let's see. Fox canceled it in May 2018, and NBC picked it up for the final season. It looks like so.
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, you guys should honestly check it out, and you'll go through it fast, and you just can't help it. You go to the next one. Just make sure you give it enough time to get the character development.
Right.
And they
That's what we
especially
do.
have great Halloween things. Every time around every single one of their Halloween things are themed. One they always have one Halloween themed one. It's real.
I don't know. It's like I never. It's like never really got into like the NBC comedies. Excuse me. Just a lot of the popular culture stuff I really never get into.
Mm.
Maybe after the fact, but I didn't really want to start, having to get into a show that I'm gonna have to watch all the way through, just to kind of catch up and know what's going on, basically. So
I just hate when it's a good show and then they just end it.
Oh, that
That's what I
pisses
hate.
me off, especially when you don't know they ended it. So you go to start to watch, you really get into it. You're like, oh my God, I love this show. And you find out
Married with Children, that the fact that show never got its proper series finale has been one of the biggest travesties in television, at least in my opinion. Because I grew up on that. I grew up on that stuff. It probably explains why I'm not married either. But
There you go.
yeah, but just the fact that they bounced that show around from day to day and then just pulled the plug on it. They didn't just. I mean, it basically was one of their first shows. It was one of the shows that launched it. why didn't they give it a proper finale?
Right.
Don't move. Thank you.
But you know what? I think that's what's kind of changing in the world today, in the sense of like now people have social media, so they're throwing it out there. Hey, make a better finale. And I think that's why shows may be able to do a better finale than before when they would just literally cut them off.
Well, wait,
I don't know. I think that people have more say so.
What would a proper finale look like for, Married with Children? Because it was like the Jerry Springer of sitcoms.
Well, let me see. I mean, probably just another Bundy adventure, and then basically Al does realize that he does, despite all the hell that he goes through, shoe salesman in Chicago, stuff like that. I mean, and then just pulls a picture out of his wallet, and it's the Bundys, back in '87 when the show first started, and fade to black.
Yeah. I don't know. That'd be interesting.
So Mr. Mom has anybody watched Yellowstone?
I have not. It's in my queue, but I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, Yellowstone's really good, although it's not going to end either. So, but Michael Landon's daughter is in it, and she plays Teeter. It's amazing.
Yeah, my mother and my brother are both obsessed with Yellowstone. I know they've watched all the way through, and I've seen probably a little shy of half of them, I think. But
well, I mean, with all of those episodes that have come to an untimely end, I mean, just imagine if something else was to come to an untimely end that you can think of.
You bastard.
You're welcome, you guys. You're welcome that we're ending and you get your Sunday night back.
Give us a show of mercy killing, just like the Acolytes.
Bye, y'all. Thank you for joining.
Bye.